you start to go through, like that, then you do your half pass right, and then you change the band, and on the center line you do a shoulder in left. Put the crook, bend left, shoulder in, parallel, the shoulder in on the center line, and then turn left, and now you go half pass left, and now you go back, left, pirouette, left, half pass, pirouette, until he goes through, like he did on the right, until the movement became longer. Yeah. And you play with both. When you start to struggle on the half pass, do the pirouette. When you struggle on the pirouette, do the half pass. The more you change, the more he's going to figure how to go through. Yeah. And you push, but gently, and then the pirouette. The repetition is going to make it go through more than the push. Yeah. And then pirouette. If you can, just half, and then half pass, and then pirouette, and so on. Yes. The idea is that the rotation that you have to create when you bend left, the rotation creates a lift. Greater longitudinal flexion. The back is going to go up because of the rotation. And then it will become, once the movement goes through, it became more capable to push with the hand leg. Right now, when he pushes, he contracts the back, so he goes up and down, but he doesn't go forward in the proper sense of the term. The problem is that if you push, keeping the same coordination, it's just going to go up and down, and that's it. If you change the coordination by creating a lift on the back, then he's going to figure that he can pass the movement through. Yes. But it takes time. It's a long process. You always know that if you have to push very hard, you get more resistance. You change, you play with promotion, you play with different solutions. We're going to encourage him to pass the movement through the back. Yes, he starts to think about it. Yes, and he's going to go longer. Yes. And then you turn. The hand leg, they create the force, but the force has to be managed through the back. And if the back doesn't do it, the hand leg doesn't push because the movement cannot go through. So the bend, the rotation, the bend, the pirouette, and the half pass, both focus on creating the proper rotation of the spine. It's the only way you will succeed to make the movement go through the back. Yeah, you start to think about it. More active. And when you feel you have to push, go on a half pirouette. Because push is not going to fix it. He's dead. You're on the rest? But that's okay. It's a solution. What you can do, you do, instead of your pirouette, you can do it at the counter. So you do your half pass at the trot, and the large pirouette at the counter. And then half pass at the trot, and then large pirouette at the counter. That's that will help you do that. So then if you push, you will just freeze. It's not going to work. Half pass, pirouette, counter is interesting because there is a longitudinal flexion at the counter, naturally. So the counter, it will be an interesting thing to do. So you do the same movement, but you can do that at the counter without problem. and then half pass à the trot. The shoulder first, shoulder, more. Bend the necklace, move the shoulder more, and then counter on the half pirouette. Move the shoulder. And then trot, even if he screw, half pass at the trot. He's going to screw a few, but he's going to figure. Half pass at the trot, and then counter, so you play like that between both. Yeah. And then hop, counter, and pirouette, large pirouette. Push, not too short. If he does that, go more on the half circle, and then half pass. Yes. So just do a half circle, not a pirouette at the counter. And then counter, half circle. Push, good. And then trot, half pass. Until the movement goes through. And then just a half circle at the counter. Yeah, there. Yes. Yeah. And push the counter, make the counter go through. Good. And then half pass. Yeah, push. The hand steady until the movement goes through. Yeah. And then counter, make the counter go through. Push. Just a half circle. Yeah. And then half pass. Hot. That will help him to pass the movement through. You need to go longer. You need to pass the movement through the back. And then when he starts to go up, counter. And you make the counter go through. Push. Good. Then half pass. And you repeat like that. Repeat. And he's going to go through. Yes. Take the foot. And then turn. Push, no pirouette. Push. Just a half circle. With the pirouette, he does it to contracted. And then half pass until the trot goes through. Yeah, there. Yes. And when the trot starts to go through, then you stay at the trot. But you can play with the counter to encourage, but the counter gives more momentum, and the counter gives a longitudinal flexion of the spine. So it does help a lot. You always find a way, rather than push harder, they organize the body. That they can express their difficulty, they cannot resolve it. We can. We are the one who think. But you always repeat. The first one is not good, the second one is better. It's okay. You repeat. And little by little, because they want to be comfortable. Their purpose in life is to make it easy. They want to be comfortable. Therefore, they always figure the more efficient way to do it. Therefore, the repetition of the movement, if we do it right, does help them. Yes. That's better. And then half pass. Keep the foot parallel. Don't go too much sideways. Keep the amplitude. And as you get more amplitude in the movement, you can go for more bend. Yes. The movement has to go through the spine. Yeah, there. Yes. Then the trot will become more powerful, more forward. Forward is not fast. Forward is how well they use the thrust created by the hand leg between horizontal force and vertical force. Forward should be at the horse cadence, not faster than the horse cadence. But bigger, big movement. The forward, it's how well the force goes through the body, not how fast the body moves forward. So when you start to pick up more amplitude, you're on a good track. And then with this amplitude, if you can get more bend, you have to go more forward. You have to pass the movement. So you try to keep this amplitude and bend, and bend, and bend, and little by little he's going to be able to do it. And every time he misses, every time you lack energy, the counter is a better solution than pushing harder. Yes. Yes, like that. And then trot. When he does the pirouette, move forward. Don't let him do it. Keep him forward. The foot parallel. Forward, it's a slow tempo. Fast, it's not forward. It's a slow tempo, but it's a big movement. The cadence, we cannot change that. The cadence on the horse is a cadence on the horse. They vibrate at a given frequency. We need to respect that. But teach them to do it well. Yeah, there. That's the tempo. There. Yes. You see? That's the way to do it. Do a lot of play with the counter. Not the pirouette. He does it to faire back forward. So to create more amplitude. And when you have this amplitude, bend as much as you can. So you try. Keep the coupe parallel, bend more and more. That's going to help you with that. Yeah. But there is always, if we push, it does not work. They interpret the push the way they are. And they go higher and they protect. It does not work. You have to tell him, no, you need to use your back this way or this way. You need to do that. And half pass, pirouette, help you. Plus counter. And then when he figure, the more he bend, the more he have to do it. The better it is. But if you start to bend and he break, bend less, recreate movement. And then bend more, and so on. Okay. Good job. Yeah. What we call longitudinal flexion does not exist. You see? The horse flexing the back on a longitudinal flexion does not exist. Straight does not exist. The horse moves the left leg, bend left, and then he moves the right leg, bend right. Therefore, he's always bend left or bend right. But if we narrow the bend, narrow the amplitude of the bend, and increase the rotation, because every time they bend, they rotate. So if we increase the rotation, they do that, and then that, and then that, and then that, and we fill up. So what we think it's a longitudinal flexion is not. It's a narrow lateral bending, but an increased rotation. So they do that, and then that, and then that, and then that. So they fill up. But theoretically, practically, the straightness never happens. Even if the horse is standing still, perfectly square, he will have one side of the spine stronger than the other. So technically, they are never straight. But of course, it's a metaphor. What we call straightness, it's narrowing the corridor. They move like that, always. But if we narrow the corridor, because lateral bending is always coupled with a rotation, if we reduce the lateral bending, we increase the rotation. Rotation is a lift. At the level of the vertebra, rotation is like that. It starts at T14, just between the rider thigh. But the ribs are attached on the vertebra, plus the sternum. So when the vertebra turn, the ribs turn. So what you feel when you ride, that, it's a rotation. The ribs follow the move, plus the sternum. The sternum is support between the forelegs by strong muscles called serratus and lower muscle called pectoralis, profundus descendant. The pectoralis are attached on the sternum and on the elbow. The elbow is higher than the sternum. Therefore, the trunk is there, and the rotation makes the trunk do that. So the pectoralis contract to create the rotation. But because the elbow is higher than the sternum, when he contracts, he lifts. So the rotation goes like that, all the time, like that, left, right, left, right. The more we keep them up in the middle, between right and left, the more we keep them, the more they lift, the more they flex the back. So what we call round back, it's force, not round back. What we call straight is not. It's a dynamic phenomenon where we succeed to narrow the amplitude of the lateral bending. Therefore,